Hello everyone, I'm doing this video about the factions of Fallout 76, the ones that are here now, and the ones that were before it. So I'm going over on the map where their borders were, or what I think their borders are, and what the ones that we have in the game now are doing. And so I kind of want to like have it where I think I'm gonna start with like the responders. I'm gonna go where their boundaries were in the past to where they are now. So now I'm gonna show you some evidence that I think that where they are, where they were in the past, because what they had, because we all know about Morgantown Airport, that was their HQ. We see corpses of responders there, and that's mostly the main mission. Same as Flatwoods, with the where the old responders are was, and there are some on the roof of Point Pleasant, and of responder corpses, and then I think there's some on this bridge. So they used to have like an outpost here. I'm talking about the first ode responders where they were. And you see like their logos like right there. So they used to have a base here. I think before that was Scorch here. And they have, let me see if I can get up one of these rooftops. I think also the church had responders. Because this was changed around due to an event. Because this is where some of their stuff would have been. Right here. No, they did change it with cultists. Okay, let's hurry up on this rooftop. Right here. Here's a responders corpse. And there should be another one right here. And then the sign out front. Let's see here. Done. Follow the river south. Okay. So these responders were gonna make it south. North south. So down here. Part of the Flatwoods. And then let me show you, because in the back of the town to the right, it there's a note that has gonna go right over here. Has a couple of places where the outposts are. Oh cool, you can pump water there. Hopefully I don't blow it away. Okay. The note. I mean, okay. Spawners outposts. So we have uh, the Flatwoods, Point Pleasant, and apparently they had Harper's Ferry, which is right here. But I would think that would be Free State's territory. But I guess they had Harper's Ferry. I think they had control of the Big Bend Tunnel West, or the fire breathers did, but they were part of the responders. So they had control of the tunnel, and they would help out the Brotherhood still, but I don't want to put them together. So it's mostly where they are. You can find in the Pharma uh art art Arctox Pharma. I'm saying it wrong. Um, where if you go to the big room with all the computers and stuff at the top, there would be like a responder messing with the iBot frames or doing something with the iBots and the supply drops. So I mostly believe the responders mostly had control of the forest region, which is from here on down to here. I believe, or is it here from here? Because this is the toxic region, right? All in here. So they mostly, I don't believe they had control of the toxic region. I think that was a different group, but I think they probably did have control of Grifton because there's a store for the responders in the town where you can get supplies. So maybe they did, but mostly for the airport and then all the way up to the Clancy uh, Manor is mostly that's why I believe the territory is at. And then let's see. And then they had most of the toxic area, not toxic, ash heap area was mostly fire bravers territory. And then there's some instances of responders being by the capital because that's where they would train their recruits, and then you'd have to go to the Charleston Fire Department to train as a fire breather. And when you're down here, you're gonna see a couple of corpses of fire breathers, mainly in one of these mines because it's a training area. And then over here you can find a grave of a fire breather on one of the hill cliffs. And then you're gonna find corpses of them in the Big Bend Tunnel West because their goal was to blow up the tunnel to stop the Scorch from coming in. But they couldn't complete that mission. Um, I don't think they were in this territory all that much. It says they were in Harper's Ferry, so they must have been working with the Free States at some point. But that's where I believe that's where their boundaries are, how much influence they had. So I think this group was 10 times bigger than the Brotherhood of Steel. So I believe the responders was the main group. And then now I'm going to talk to where the new responders are mostly. And there's not a lot of them. So at the resort, when they brought in the responders, this is mostly where their new HQ is, at the White Springs Resort. And they're not really anywhere around the map. Like you can't find them at like how the Brotherhood is. Like you go to a Downverter Bird in the map, you'll find a couple of them. They haven't done that with the responders yet. Only in a few places. Maybe you can find their Protectrons, but that's about it. So their main headquarters is the White Springs Resort, and then they have at the lumber mill now, they have one outpost. They don't have that many outposts, except just this one. Now, if you do go to a couple of them, they'll say they have an outpost in the Flatwoods. They have a outpost at Flatwoods. I mean, but there's nothing been worked on there. They haven't changed the town. Nothing. So this is their actual first base. This is the first time that you see responders out of the resort, just chilling. Then if you go up this road, right up here, you'll find their Protectrons. There's usually two.
Need you visit the church in the town of Flatwoods?
And that's what they'll mostly say. You have to go to church, but there's nothing there. There's no responder presence in that town. And then there should be another one a couple feet up the road. Unless someone destroyed it. But there's usually two of those Protectrons up this road. So it's either way more down the road, or it's either close to him. See if I can spot it or something. If I can't, I'm just gonna go to Flatwoods. Okay. There's two of them. And then when they talk about Flatwoods, they'll constantly talk about Flatwoods. As an outpost that you need to go to the church. That's probably just to start off their mission to register as a volunteer. But I believe somewhere in the future they might work on this place, give it a whole new look, a whole new perspective, maybe add some more dailies, stuff like that here. But when you come in here, it looks like they did in one of the updates actually clean up the church, because I think there was like a raider body in one of these beds, or a settler's body, and then it looks more cleaner. You can walk in here, find some stuff. The robot will talk to you a little bit, but that's about it.
Volunteer if you need supplies. Bob's got you covered.
Bob's. That's new. But this was cleaned up. and then you can find this lady here, Heather, and she'll just give you basic information about the responders because she just found that jumpsuit and just put it on. That's where you volunteer. That's where you start that quest. You'll find goodies here. So they have nothing at the Flatwoods. So that's basically where the responders are. I wish they had more places. It would have been cool for them to take over the Morgantown Airport or try to branch out more. They might do that. Bethesda might do that in the future. We'll find them in the Divide or the Mire. Um, maybe some places in the Toxic Valley. Cranberry Bog. It may be Toxic Valley. And then they might bring back the Fire Breathers, which I think that'd be a cool idea. Or have it a story quest where someone brings back the Fire Breathers and it doesn't align with the people at the White Springs. So, this is my take on where the new responders are, and then, oh, I forgot to add. My bad. This, I just remembered. So this is outside of town. You have to go over this bridge. But I'm gonna pass up the bridge. Because I forgot to add this detail. When you go up this way, over the bridge, you will find a responder here.
Is under the protection of
And then
the responder.
there's another responder.
This
There's two
highway
responders
is
here.
under the protection of the responders.
When they did this, this is where I believe they were gonna do something to Flatwoods. Was when they added these protectrons. And then if you go up, because there's not that many patrols or protectrons with the responders. As you're going up, you know, the drive, the road. I'm just gonna pass it up. Pass up the road right there. So we wouldn't have to walk around. You should find over in this direction. Yep. This protectron right here.
The responders are here to keep you.
So
safe,
there's like free
citizen.
protectron responders on this road. But this guy up here is the original one that was up here before the beginning of the game. So I wanted to show that off because they don't have any other iBots out on patrol or any of their other than those protectrons. So I wanted to show you that before I ended this video because that's where all the responders are, the new and the where the old was, the old ones were. So, thank you if you made it this far into the video. Like, subscribe, and comment. Give me feedback. And thank you to everyone who's watching or watched the video. Also.